Massive thank you to FM, Jarrett, Ellie, Dalen, and Chinero9 for subscribing to the channel. If you're not featured in these clips, make sure you subscribe down below. Remember, you can now watch these races live over on my Twitch channel throughout the entire final season of our F122 My Team Career Mode. There'll also be the full VOD linked down below. I've got a new VOD channel where I'm going to be posting up full races, but I hope you guys enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the last dance of F122 My Team. Season 6 is going to be the last and best season of our F122 career mode. We're 120 episodes in, and we've got 16 races to try and crown ourselves a two-time Formula 1 World Champion. If you missed out on the pre-season testing video that went live on Thursday, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. Of course, we went through all the driver transfer news, we went through the custom calendar, and a few other exciting announcements. Of course, if you want to watch these races live, go give me a follow over on Twitch. So, of course, that's going to explain sometimes if I'm talking about something a bit random during the race, then, yeah, you guys will know why. But I might have forgot to record this intro beforehand, so let's jump into qualifying. Yeah, we got 30 seconds, so no one then coming out for a final Q3 run. So we have got free track space, the only car barely able to bring two sets of tyres in. Charlie Boy has set the pace on a 25.6, so we're going to have to absolutely go just all-out sweat mode for a final lap here. We need to at least be down in the 25s. Still probably going to lose time to the AI in Sector 1, I reckon. Oh, no. That's not the line. But apparently I found half a tenth. Hey? Attack those curbs, risk it for a chocolate biscuit and all that. Second gear, get the nose through the hairpin. We're finding time. We are finding time still. I need 4 more tenths around the rest of this lap. No. Nick that curb. Oh, come on. Oh, there goes so much down the back straight. That is awful. Even if we can just get ahead of a couple more cars, but we're still... Oh, we're 3 thousandths up. This is not good. Come on. Oh, I can't even gain time there. This is bad. This is bad. One more corner to go. Can we try and find anything on this final turn? Yes, we can get the car in nicely. Oh, no. Ah! Had to go for it. Had to absolutely go for it there at the final corner, but it's not worked out for us. We're going to be starting P9 here for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. Formula 1 returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with SHAKEY notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Perez, Valtteri Bottas, and Oscar Piastri, Mick Schumacher, Liam Lawson, Mr. Monaco, and Yuri Vips, Ticktum, Drugovic, Jehan Daruvala, and Schwartzman, Ocon, Latifi, Alex Albon, and Guan Yu Zhou, Richard Verschoor, Teo Pourchaire, Fittipaldi, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula 1 underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Right, here we are then, on the grid, ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix. 57 laps ahead of us, and the game still reckons we can do soft to medium. That is reassuring to see. Mad how much extra fuel I can put in the car as well. Will I be able to bring it How economical is this car? I can't put little enough fuel in. Is that going to be a really bad calculation by the game? So luckily, because I'm on Twitch, they've just informed me that if I do the race practice program, it messes up the fuel for a proper GP. So I'm going to put a nice round 100 kilos of fuel in the car. It reckons that's 20 laps extra, but we're going to roll with it. Right, here we are then, lined up on the grid, Bahrain Grand Prix, ready to kickstart Season 6. Charles Leclerc on the pole, Lando Norris on P2. Let's wait for those 5 red lights to try and get a good clean start. Lights out and away we go here in Bahrain, actually. One of my better starts on F122. I haven't lost a place to Yuri Vip still. As we head down towards someone, we've got a Haas trying to look round our outside in towards the first braking zone. Nice and easy on the brakes there. Might be able to try and get... No, I'm going to get slammed there by Mick Schumacher, I can already tell. I haven't lost a place off the start. That, unless it's wet, that's probably one of the best starts I'll ever get on this game. As we head up the hill though, Mick Schumacher still trying to go defensive. Can I not only not lose a place, but gain one at the top of the hill. The Alpine, very, very cautious off the first couple of corners. This is his teammate, Liam Lawson. First ever Formula 1 Grand Prix, remember Liam Lawson. He's gone and pushed himself up into P5 there. Charlie Boy's had a good clean getaway at the front of the field. As careful I don't run into the back of Bottas as Norris and Perez duking out a little bit further up the road. That's been a pretty clean and tidy start for us. Oh, you can just see Lando up there and everyone else behind him having to slow down in the way, but we have just about made it through. We've survived the opening half a lap here in Bahrain, and that, of course, is always the way you want to kickstart the season. Don't run wide over that curve, and it will absolutely spit me out. But yeah, I think, of course, 57 laps. Race psychology, I'm going to have to play it very, very differently here. So we just need to keep it clean and tidy. Took less than a lap for somebody to use it. Here we go. Mick Schumacher back down towards turn 1, though, trying to have a look. And Mick Schumacher, clearly not happy with losing that place on lap 1. No one loses places to me on F122. Took a lot of curve there. We'll get back underneath him, though, off the corner. So we head up the hill in towards turn 4. Mick Schumacher clearly doesn't want to give up on this just yet. I am trying to ease myself into the Grand Prix, but we'll make it back through. Mick Schumacher, you can stay in P9. Oh, yellow flags. Someone's got issues. I think that was a Williams just running wide down at the bottom of the hill. Oh, okay. So looks like Yuri Vips then. So we only actually catch about halfway through the slide, but Yuri Vips then. Very, very early mistake in this Grand Prix, and after that fantastic qualifying, finds himself at the back. Right, so I think we should hopefully be able to keep Mick Schumacher at bay. He's got the DRS on me. Are we going to see Mick Schumacher gain up the hill? Oh, no, lock up, lock up, lock up! Get it slowed down. That's fine, that's fine. I'm about to start lap 5 then. Valtteri Bottas is not able to match Oscar Piastri in front of him. Seems like, I mean, Charles just checked out of the front, then both Ferraris have broken free behind him. Perez is still duking it out with Liam Lawson. Let's remember, he was for a long time a Red Bull Junior, so clearly wants to try and put one over them. But we are just trying to close in on Bottas still. Trying to think about the long game this afternoon. And also trying to work out what on earth the fuel's going to do. Oh, here we go. That's the line we needed on Bottas. Just get that car rotated over the curbing. Let's see if we can try and do something then. We've dropped Mick Schumacher out of the DRS range. Just really been sat in no man's land trying to get ourselves into this race. We can see Bottas there struggling to get the power down out of that final corner. So we head back up over the start-finish line. Then Bottas is going to go defensive on me. We'll try and have a... Whoa, steady on, mate. Trying to have a look to the outside. Bottas thinks, two-time world champion, he owns these roads. Around the outside through turn 1. Don't want to do a Max versus Lewis. And so close there. But good race and respect between myself and the Red Bull. We will get the DRS up the hill. And that is a move for position. And we are now up into P7 then as we start lap 10. But I am way over on fuel. Ah! Oh, no, 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 no! Don't get hit! Don't get hit by the AI! Ah! Just ran loose there, over the curbing. Oh no! Hit the bumps, and that is Spinala. We're down to P12 then. Mark is very upset with me. Team on us in though, at just the end of lap 16, so very, very early pit stop in this Grand Prix. They still reckon though, mediums can go right the way to the end. That is quite brave by the team. I think we've already had one dive it in, though. I think that was Valtteri Bottas. So we are back up into the top 10. Gian Daruvula just in front of me. I'm hoping I can get back past him before we dive in. Right, are we going to see Daruvula into the pit lane then? Charles has stayed out. He's got a massive lead at the front of the field. Daruvula not in, though. Got to make sure I slow down the car. I've nowhere near slowed down the car! How did I judge that so badly? It's been so long since I've done that on F122. I'm absolutely bottling it. First race of the new season. That was awful. But I've held up a Haas. So if I have to pit again later, then I'm going to have to serve a 5-second penalty. I've really got to hope for a safety car, I think, at some point today to bunch back up the field. But this is turning into a nightmare early on. Because I think every single car started this Grand Prix on softs. But now most of them have made the switch to mediums or are in that process. Right, here we go then. Yuri Vips in the pit lane. We've got some battles going on. It's all kicking off at the moment. Gian Daruvula has re-emerged in front of me. So we get back down towards turn 1. But cold rubber for the AlphaTauri. I've got some nice, sticky medium tyres on all 4 corners of the wagon. So we are going to try and see if we can make something happen. Daruvula is so slow as we head down the hill. But there's a battle going on in front of him. Up the inside of Jan. Just make it very, very clear there to the AlphaTauri car. Of course, interesting move over to AlphaTauri for him. Was a Red Bull Junior back in the day. And of course, then got dropped from their academy. Haas picked him up. And now Red Bull fancied him back. Magnussen, absolute snail. The car, not... Well, Magnussen, yeah, it's kind of just still lumbered with it. On dead soft compound tyres. Hoping we can get underneath him off the corner. Ah! Magnussen! Don't try and delete me, please. Oh, this is what I don't like about the AI on this game. What is Kevin doing? Just get out of the way, man. Gonna need to try and use him for DRS, though. Need to get the detection, but also need to dive him at the final corner. This is not ideal. Right, we'll get to the inside. There we go. Magnussen dealt with. We'll get the DRS as well. He'll hold up Gian Daruvula. So frustrating. So frustrating there. The fact he comes right across me. But he is one of the last cars that needs to pit. Richard Bashaw heading out of pit lane. So we are back into 11th place then. I tell you what though, it is a good thing that this race is 100% and not 50, because we would be starting the final lap here. And, I mean, we're setting PBs still. We are closing in on Mick Schumacher. Sorry, Esteban Ocon. I think him and Mick are battling. Drogovic is closing up on the Red Bull in front. But yeah, just that one mistake. I've definitely got the pace over a lot of these cars, just not enough pace over them. Oh, there we go, Drogovic in. Yeah, Drogovic back into the pit lane though, on lap 33. So we are now back inside the top 10 then, in this Grand Prix. So every position now is more points gained. Yellow flags! One of the Ferraris is breaking down. What is going on? I think that's Lando. Oh no, Pierre Gasly out. The opening race of the year, sorry. And there we go then, our first mechanical failure of the new season, 35 laps in. And just like real life, it is a Ferrari that breaks down there. Gasly was running such a good P2. He is now out of the Bahrain Grand Prix there, and Ferrari will be left scratching their heads. Ready for next weekend out in Saudi Arabia, but we're all over the back of Esteban Ocon. Of course, that's given us an extra place as well. So can we try and get a run on Esteban Ocon down in through and out of the final corner? Got to try and stay close, got to be careful on the power. To be honest, I was really hoping that could have brought out a safety car, but it's not going to happen as I've got next to no battery either. We might have to go for a send on Ocon. Going to be too far back, I think. Not quite going to be able to do anything. No, I'm accidentally going to go for it. I'm sorry, Esteban, I've done it. Oopsie daisy. We'll make it through, though. Mick Schumacher then next up on the old hit list, and Ocon has been thoroughly mugged off there. That was an AI-style move. Right, come on then, let's try and get a run on Mick Schumacher as well. No DRS for the young German. Finally feel like these medium tyres are working for me. So we head out of the final corner. Let's try and get the DRS pass. Surely Mick's going to be a bit of a sitting duck. We've got 4 seconds up the Bottas in front of him. That Alpine, though, so fast on this game. Mick's going to go defensive. We'll have a look. Oh, hello. Mick Schumacher there, just as aggressive as he was on lap 1. Of course, did have that battle, feels like a very long time ago now in this GP, but might be able to try and still get a run up the hill. Not this time. So check that out. Oh, oh, that was scary. Right, we've got to try and get another run though on Mick. Almost binned it. It's high stakes with 20 laps to go here in Sakhir. Got to remember to keep short shifting off the corners. And try and get a run. We're still taking a good chunk of time out of Bottas. I have to get past Mick at turn 1 though this time. I've got to be more aggressive. You can't move like that, Mick Schumacher. You cannot go so far defensive and then swing back towards the racing line. You've got to hold where you were. That could have been an airplane crash down at turn 1. Am I going to be able to get a run up the hill this time round then on the German? Not quite again. That is just so scary. They're trying to get a run off the top. No, again, not close enough, but we might be able to switch through the corner. We've got yellows out. Charles Leclerc, I think, just looped it round on the mini-map I just saw. So Charlie boy, he's been doing very well, but he is not indestructible. Right, third time's the charm then. Mick Schumacher as we cross over 2/3 distance here in Bahrain. Let's see if we can try and get a run then this time round as we head back down. I'm going to have to go inside. I can't keep letting Mick Schumacher defend it from me. To the inside we go on the German. He's going to try and go late on the brakes. He's going to pinch me to that apex, but we will finally make it through. And we are now up into P7 then of the Grand Prix. Felipe Drugovich is still looking quick behind us. But now, Bottas might sensibly be the last car we get to in this Grand Prix. But there's still plenty of time. Things can change. I reckon, I mean, there's now a 5-second gap between Bottas. Oh, no. No. Literally, as I was talking about a 5-second gap, I go and do that again. Lucky to keep it in one piece. But yeah, Mick, oh, don't get back in the DRS now. Charles still setting new fastest laps. If I can get up to Bottas, hopefully I'll have a 5-second gap over Mick. That's all I think I can really do here today. If I even make it to the flag. Because Bahrain is evil. Oh, more yellows. Haskell breaking down. Less than 10 laps to go. Ferrari seemingly having more and more issues here as Felipe Drugovich, one of the only drivers on a 2-stop, out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. But still, no safety car. Clearly, the FIA don't want to see a safety car tonight. I could really do with it, but it's not going to happen. So I've got 10 laps to go. I'm now trying to break free and get that 5-second gap over Mick Schumacher. It is going up, but it's not going up rather rapidly. So far, so good on new engine provider. Yeah, Red Bull have done alright. The first race. Oh, so we've still got the potential for it to go wrong, but... Right, 5 laps to go then. A gap to Mick Schumacher is still floating at around just under 3 seconds. We've got to go for it in these final 5. We need to open up 2 seconds in 5 laps. 4/10 a lap is what we need. I'm just starting to worry a bit more about the tyres, but I tell you what, this first lap is going to be really good if we had the DRS off K-Mag as well, but it's not going to happen. We are, that was another, about 4/10. This is still doable. New personal best for the day. Magnussen is definitely going to dive bomb me at turn 1. Watch this. Magnussen will go in deep. Yeah, there you go. Completely dive bombs me. How? How can they have coded the AI to do that when they're being lapped? Just ascended again. Oh, I think Mick got held up slightly behind Magnussen. Ocon definitely did. So even if we can't get Mick Schumacher, then the race is on against... No, Esteban Ocon there, as that's not what I need to do. 3 laps to go. Big lock-up down at the final corner. We still need another 1.5 seconds. I'm really trying to get the gap up to Mick, but it's just stuck. We are opening it up slightly each and every lap. Another quick one. 3.6, but we need a miracle. We need Ocon to try and do something against him. We need them to battle if I want any chance here. Oh, yeah, I'm more looking now, I think, with just over 1 lap to go, about whether we can get Ocon out of the range. I know he gets helped a little bit by Mick down the straights, but maybe by some miracle. Ah, come on. We can still keep Ocon at bay. Timer warning lights on. 1 more lap to go, though, here from Bahrain. It has been a tough opening race, not as tough as often, thanks to those constant mechanical failures we often get around this circuit. 4.1 to Mick Schumacher. That gap is still going up, and it is going up more and more each and every lap. 29.0 that time round. Don't think we'll be able to find another 0.2 to go quicker than Charles, but I think there is still a slight window against Mick Schumacher. Another 0.5 second gain that lap, but come on. We cannot give up, because even if I can't get Mick, I've got to try and get Ocon in that McLaren. Up around turn 4, we are really pushing late on in the day. I'm going to have to make sure at the final turn I drain the battery. just taking every possible risk at the moment. Would love to try and get that 7th place, but 8th would still be a few valuable points there. 8th is still double the points of 9th, remember. Quick maths and all that. Charles Leclerc, though, wins the opening race of Season 6, and our reigning world champion showing why he is the class of the field there. Victory in Sakhir once more for Charlie Boy. I think it is going to be a Red Bull of Sergio Perez, who comes through for P2 when all is said and done. So Lando Norris, of course, runner-up last season, still looks like he might be the bridesmaid there, but Liam Lawson, a fantastic P4 to finish out his debut weekend here in an Alpine car that is definitely should not be in those places. Out of the final corner, though, will we get Ocon right at the end of this race? Drain the battery? Yes, we will, by 0.2 of a second. That made it worth it right at the end there.
That's it then for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Bahrain, and a real champion's drive to take the win. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. Charles Leclerc's points today take him to the top of the championship standings. So let's review the drivers' standings. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Richard for sure gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the constructors. The owner-drivers team moved to the top of the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Well, there we are then, the end of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and Charles Leclerc once more takes the dub. 85 minutes of action-packed racing here in Sakhir, but honestly, he held on to the lead at the start and never really looked back. Sergio Perez, though, good drive to beat out the Ferraris with Lando Norris there just 0.6 behind him. Liam Lawson, though, absolutely my driver of the day. 8th to 4th, he was aggressive at the start and he was able to keep up with some faster cars there, beating out his former F2 rival Oscar Piastri. Valtteri Bottas comes through in P6. We just couldn't quite get the jump over Mick Schumacher when all is said and done. They're only P8 for us ahead of Esteban Ocon. And Richard Vershaw, Alfa Romeo, I gave him stick after qualifying. They proved that their car still had some good race pace there. 10th and 11th come the checkered flag there. Only DNFs this weekend were Felipe Drugovich and Pierre Gasly. Oh, Jay Deruvala broke down on the very last lap. So he goes and nabs fastest lap bonus point because the game's broken like that. Things you love to see, but he still beats out Magnussen and Enzo Fittipaldi. Thank you all so much for watching this video, though. Like I said, if you want to come watch these live over on Twitch as well, I will leave a link down in the description below. That's going to do us, though, for the opening race here in Bahrain, and we will be back very, very soon. Formula One, staying in the Middle East, will be out in Sakhir. You guys do not want to miss that. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.